Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel for another update video. I like making these update videos. It's a good check-in with you guys. So I guess let me know before I even start. How are you? How are you doing? Tell me in the comments down below. I hope you're doing well, because you know what? I'm doing alright. It's been a weird-ass year, but I'm doing alright. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking in with me. I have a bunch of stuff to update you on. About the channel, about appearances, about things I got going on that I don't talk about here on the channel. So thank you for your time. We're gonna have a good time today. Okay, first up, I haven't promoted it enough here on YouTube, and I'm reminding everyone now officially, I guess, my first official announcement that I am doing essentially what I'm calling my wind down tour. I'm doing some of my last shows for my one-man show, The Completionist Legacy. For those of you guys who don't know, I have a stand-up show. It's about 90 minutes long, and it's where I tell a lot of cool stories about how my life was before I became a content creator, how I got here, and it's about family, it's about love, it's about tragedy, it's sad, it's funny, you'll laugh, you'll cry. Mostly it's funny, I promise you. I get to use some of my comedic timing that I don't really use here anymore on the channel, I would say. I've got two shows coming up, one at PAX West, September 1st, at the venue called the Crocodile. Tickets are on sale right now. If you want to get them, they're going to be pinned as a pinned comment or in the description above the fold. So September 1st at the Crocodile in Seattle, Washington, PAX West. Tickets, I think, are only 30 bucks. There's some VIP tickets left for 60. I think they're 60 bucks, something like that. And if you get the VIP, you get a photo with myself. You get some exclusive merch. You get stuff signed by me, and then you also get to pick your seat in advance. And you get to come to a in-person Q&A event. But the cool thing about the show is that it's not just me. I have an opening act, and that opening act is Cat Icarus. So if you love Cat Icarus, you love Catty, you love me, you want to meet us, you want to hang out with us, you want to see our shows, September 1st, for those of you in the States who will be in Seattle, Washington at PAX West that first night. Now, if you are in London, hello UK folk, I am doing a show in London. In fact, this might be the only European show I ever do, and that's on September 24th at Dingwalls. And it's the same deal. I will be there, Cat Icarus will be there. That's an important show for Catty because it's like his home turf. He doesn't really do anything on that side of his world. So come on by. That show's going to be huge. I'm going to have a lot of special guests in the audience. If you like certain games, you might know who they are. So it's going to be really exciting, and I hope you guys can make it out. Tickets for both those shows in the boxes down below. Speaking of Cat Icarus, I want to remind you all that I will be at Indy Popcon, or Popcon, Indianapolis, on August 25th to the 27th. Now, I've already announced that I'm going, but what you guys don't know is that we're about to announce a whole slew lineup of gamer guests that I'm bringing with me. I'm bringing friends with me. It's going to be an exciting time. You all should be very excited. I'm only going to name a few who've said yes to me so far for the event. There's going to be panels, there's going to be signings, there's going to be good times all around. You got myself, you got Cat Icarus, you got Chatronic, you got Ant Dude, you got Did You Know Gaming, you got Scary Game Squad, and so many more to be announced in the upcoming weeks. So come on by if you like what we do. We're going to have panels, we're going to have signings, we're going to hang out and have a good time. I love that show so much. It's one of my favorite shows I do every year. Tickets for those will be available in the box down below. So if you're on that side of the world, the East Coast, if you will, or the Midwest, if you will, wherever that dart of a throw that Indiana is located, that's where we're going to be on August 25th to the 27th. And just so you're all clear, if you are going to PAX West, I will be at PAX West. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just walking around for once and having a good time with my friends. So if you see me on the show floor, say hello. I'm gonna go play indie games. I might do a panel with Cat Icarus on Sunday. And there might be some other guests too. So if you're at PAX West, please come say hi. I'm not a scary guy, I promise. I promise. Speaking of indie games, I want to announce that I'm gonna be hosting an event actually this week called The Remix Live. I'm gonna be hosting it on several different channels. You can watch it on my Twitch page at twitch.tv/thecompletionist. And I believe we're starting at 10 to 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and going until about 5:30, 6 o'clock. Indie Game Showcase all day long. It's going to be me, indie devs, playing their games. It's hosted through this organization called The Mix, who are really awesome folks. I'm happy and excited to host with them. So if you want to check out some cool games, we're not doing any charity thing. It's just good times and good vibes. You can pre-order the games or wishlist them on Steam. Come join me all day long if you have nothing going on Friday. It's going to be a sick time. But speaking of indie games and raising money for charity, IndieLand is returning, and I'm happy to announce that this year, IndieLand is happening October 20th through the 22nd as a digital event only. Now, I know a lot of you folks at home are upset that it's a digital event, but I want to be clear, it's not forever a digital event. It's only a digital event for this year. We loved what we did last year with IndieLand, but we wanted to find a place that's more affordable for us and more affordable for you guys, because the tickets were super expensive, hotels were super expensive. We had a fantastic turnout. We almost sold out the whole place. We were really happy with how the whole show was run, but it was our first show doing basically a in-person GDQ, if you will. But other than that, you know, we want to give it time. So we decided to go digital this year, and in 2024, we're going physical in person again. So chances are, hopefully, we will announce the dates for next year's IndieLand the weekend of October 20th through the 22nd. So if you watch IndieLand, raising money for dementia research and prevention in honor of my mom who had dementia, it's a fun time. I'm excited to go crazy with all you guys and some of these developers and some celebrities. We're gonna have some great guests as we always do. So again, October 20th to the 22nd over at twitch.tv/thecompletionist. I might do it here again on YouTube. I didn't get a lot of great reception from the live stream I had here on YouTube, and I'm still trying to figure out how we're gonna do it. So we'll figure it out, but those are the dates. Pencil them in, let me know. Quick updates about Super Beard Brothers. If you guys are a fan of my Let's Play channel, we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary. We got some new merch over there, but we just actually started a new series on Ocarina of Time. So if you want to see me try to not complete, I don't complete games on Beard Bros anymore, just play Ocarina of Time with my two best buds, we're doing it right now. We're also doing Sifu with mods. So if you're into Let's Play content and you like me, come join us. YouTube.com, Super Beard Brothers. We'd love to have you. As I kind of wind things down before we do our big Patreon Q&A, I just want to give a quick thank you to all of you who have been so supportive regarding some of the new format changes we've tried. First off, the X amount of hours, my first X amount of hours into a game series has been super well received, and I'm really happy that you guys enjoy it. It's not scripted, it's not really structured. It's just kind of me shooting from the hip and hoping that what I say resonates with you guys. I'm trying to keep them tighter and consistent and not so like thought bubbly, brain dumpy, because then you'll just be like, why am I watching the other video? But obviously we had a huge response with Tears of the Kingdom and with Final Fantasy 16, so thank you guys for watching those. I know that I had a couple of brand deals that took place in June that you know, for things like Prince of Persia, and I went to Disneyland Paris, and I know those formats were weird and different. I didn't have control of all of them, obviously, but I don't really consider them formats. Those are like branded videos, branded content. And, you know, sometimes you fight creatively behind the scenes for what you want and you win, and you've seen those moments. And sometimes you lose, and you're the professional that is listened to. So no shade to any brands, but this is the way that it is, you know? But then you get stuff like Shopee. Holy crap. So we've been going crazy with our Shopify integrations, and you guys have all loved it. Thank you so much for all the awesome feedback about the comedy and the sketches we've been doing with brand deals. We're going to be doing a lot more of those in the future. They're just so fun because the brands are letting us kind of tip our toes into getting weird with them. And Shopify has been such a great partner. I think we're doing our third one very, very soon. So get ready for Shopify. New Game Plus, again, I know we haven't had the last 2 episodes air. It's because both of those scripts and runtime for those episodes are longer than an hour. I have a lot to say about Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope, Spectre Knight, Spectre of Torment, Plague Knight, Plague of Shadows, King Knight, King of Cards, Shovel Showdown, and everything Shovel Knight from the Treasure Trove. That video is a big one. That's going to come out in August. And then I think Mother 3 should be coming out on the official 12-year anniversary of The Completionist, which is the weekend of September 30th. So by September 30th, on our 12th anniversary, New Game Plus will officially be done, which means new formats are coming. We're shooting a new show that I'm so excited about. I've been so hyped about it. We brought in new writers and a new producer to help make it. I'm so pumped. I don't want to give away too much. It's gonna feel like a little John Oliver-y, if you like Last Week Tonight. It's gonna feel a little more like the eShop video. Those two things kind of combined to create something new. And those videos, as much as I'd love to make them, we have to test them and see if you guys like them. And we're probably only gonna make them once every other month. I don't wanna make promises I can't keep, but it's important that these videos feel as organic, truthful, exciting, interesting, entertaining, and more importantly, feel like they're coming from the heart. Because if they don't come from here, then it kind of just sucks. And that's kind of what my mantra's been around this. If it's not in here, I'm not a fan of it. So that's all the news for you. Before I go, let's do some questions. So I don't do a lot of Q&A stuff, but I want to try and do more stuff with you guys one-on-one, whether it be on Twitch, on our Discords. I'm streaming more on Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/thecompletionist. I'm going to be doing more Discord stuff, whether it's the Twitch Discord or the Patreon Discord. If you want to send me items and gifts, I have a P.O. box. I'd love to do unboxing videos. Several years ago, I used to do like fan mail videos, and those were so fun. And then I switched mailboxes, and I stopped doing them because everyone sent them to the wrong P.O. box, and they got bounced back. And then I just felt bad talking about the P.O. box. It felt like I was saying, give me stuff. That's not the point. I just get so many cool collectibles from you guys at shows and events. I mean, check this stuff out. Someone 3D printed me a Keyblade for the Completionist logo, and I still have it, but I always use this piece of it as a fun thing. Behind me, someone like knitted and crocheted the TOVG logo on a blanket. It's very comfortable. I have all different kinds of fan stuff here, and I'd love to do more unboxing videos. We have a lot of perler beads and stuff like that of that nature. So if you like the show and you want to send me stuff, you want me to open letters for you guys here, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do unboxing videos of fan mail stuff like once every other month. It'd be fun. But with that said, let's answer some questions over from our Patreon people at patreon.com/thecompletionist. Spike asks, hey Gerard, real quick, I love all that you do for you and your team, but are you and Alex still cops? If you're a Beard Bros fan, yes, we're still cops. It's only going to make sense to a few of you, but the ones that know, they know. Shepherd Fury, any plans to use your Gerard the Completionist personal channel further? Yes, so for those of you guys that don't know, I have a second channel called Gerard the Completionist. It was meant to be like a personal vlog channel with like gaming challenges, update videos, just extra gaming content like tutorials and stuff. I launched it right before New Game Plus happened. I didn't plan for New Game Plus, and so we're either going to turn that back up into a side project channel to try new shows that would go on The Completionist, or I might make it a vlog channel. I'm not sure, you know? I guess if you guys want to see stuff from me that's not completionist-y, but just extra stuff, that'd be great to know. Let me know what you'd like to see, because that gives me an idea creatively to think differently, you know? Rank Hell asks, what's your favorite vacation spot? Ooh, I went to Hawaii when I was young, and I really liked that. Would love to go back there, but I think my favorite one is Tokyo. I loved Japan. I've been there twice, and if I had all of the money in the world and I was an awful person and didn't care about my family, I would move to Japan and stay there and learn Japanese. I'm pretty sure that a guy my size and my stature with my beard would scare Japanese people a little bit, But I think I could be like the protector for some folks, you know. I'm a nice guy. I'm not trying to get in fights, you know. I'd love to go to Japan again. Mass Defect asks, hey Gerard, big fan. What's a piece of completion criteria that immediately makes you stop when you reach it? Anytime the game insinuates that you have to do a second playthrough for the wrong reasons. I don't mean like a New Game Plus playthrough. I don't mean like speed running or doing like certain runs. What I'm referring to is like, I mean, this is not a good example, but something like this. Let's just take Star Wars as a franchise. If it's like, play the whole game as Dark Side Jedi, play the whole game as Light Side Jedi. That stuff always frustrates me because you have to play a certain way that the game is forcing you to play, and it doesn't always add to the most creative options to do it. Some games are great about doing that, right? Where they're like, you know, Resident Evil, for instance, always has this, like a knife run, or don't heal, or enemies are invisible, or a speed run. Those have moments and stakes baked into the run itself that you can kind of enjoy and explore. But when it's like, you have to use light powers or dark powers, or you have to do this specific thing versus that thing, that stuff always just takes the wind out of my sails, because I just want to play the way that I want to play, unless it's a challenging perspective. And to me, in that example, it's not about challenge. It's about, hey, play this specific way. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Cool. Okay. Thank you. Popple asks, hey Gerard, who are some people you'd love to have on for an episode as a guest? I get this question a lot, and honestly, I feel weird because I feel like I have worked with all the content creators I want to work with. There are some that I'd love to really do a proper collaboration with. I'd love to do one with Aaron from Game Grumps, like specifically for a game that he'd like to do, like on the show as a guest. So we talked about it from the minute I started The Completionist, and we just never did because our careers just exploded and went in different directions. Would love to work with Shelby and Matt from Girlfriend Reviews. Would love to work with Arlo. Definitely would like to work with Ant Dude. You know, he and I are friends, and he's a good guy. You know, would really like to work with people who don't do gaming content. I'd like to get weird and do stuff with celebrities. Because, you know, I really admire Jacksepticeye. He does these movie interviews with people and like at press events. I would love to sit down with like Jack Black and be like, talk to me about games. And even if it's not about games, talk to me about film and acting and whatnot. I love talking to people who don't know anything about games, and then just peeling back and going, there is a correlation here. Where is that middle ground? I was doing that a little bit at G4, which is why I really enjoyed it, but nothing too insane. I interviewed Danny Trejo, which was really rad. That was really cool. Stuff like that. Randomized Game asks, what's a game that you think deserves a sequel that hasn't gotten one yet, or just one that you'd personally like to see? I feel like a broken record. Bring back Brave Fencer Musashi, baby. Let's do it. No one's played it. I will be the only influencer who talks about Brave Fencer Musashi. This is a Brave Fencer Musashi channel. All you can eat kingdom. Let's go. PSI Rockin' You asks, are there any projects that you would like to work on that are not completionist/beardies? I'm assuming Beard Bros related. Yes, I just can't really talk about them. I know that fans are asking about Big Bad Bosses. That's coming sooner than you realize. Maybe not this year, but maybe at the end. Who knows? We're still working on it. I definitely would love to do a second season of God of Work. I definitely want to work on a scripted show or a film, a documentary. Would love to produce a podcast that's like a scripted podcast. I grew up in theater and film, and I feel like since I've done God of Work, I have this itch to get back into it. So anytime I get an offer from a company that's like, hey, do you want to act in a thing or host a thing? I'm like, please, God, yes. So I'm hopefully, we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed that I book something soon, or someone says yes and lets me make the thing I want to make. Snow asks, hey Gerard, thank you for your commitment to the industry. Oh, thank you. If folks wanted to try their hand at being a completionist, what are some good entry-level games you could recommend that they try their hand at, currently or upcoming? Oh man! Well, it just depends what you're into. I'm a platformer guy, so I'm going to tell you stuff like, you know, hey, Super Mario 64 is really good, Banjo-Kazooie is really good, Mega Man X is really good. If you like, you know, Mario Odyssey is very good. Those are like my favorites I recommend to anyone just kind of starting out. Just because they're easy and they're fun and they're not too difficult, and they have a lot of charm and love and life in them. Like, the music's good, the atmosphere is good, the gameplay and controls feel tight. You know, I'd argue Sonic Mania to a degree if you want to do a little more of the 2D style. But yeah, that's what I recommend. I feel like a broken record because I always talk about those games here on the channel, so I'll leave it to you. And finally, Saren Vea asks, if you had to put an interesting fact about yourself on a Snapple bottle cap, what would that fact be? Oh man. I don't know if it's a fact about me. It might be a fun fact about my mom that I always will cherish and remember. So in the early to mid 90s, my mom loved doing charity for this organization called Inner City Games. And it used to be run by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And so in my life, I used to see Arnold like every couple of months at these events that my mom would speak at. My mom would get sponsors and try and raise money for you know, the inner cities of LA and whatnot, and for underprivileged youths. And she did this for like almost a decade, right? It was a huge thing for her. And Arnold and his team were very kind to my mom and like passionate about her and the work that she did. And my mom got sick, and obviously she couldn't do that event anymore and work with those people. But then, randomly, when I was really young, Arnold Schwarzenegger called my house. And we don't have his number. It's like, I'm not going to like pick up the call and be like, hey Arnold, what's up? It's Gerard. He called the house and was like, can I speak to Karen? And I had to be like, hey Dad, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger on the phone. And my dad got on the phone. They talked for like 10 minutes, and he basically told Arnold, my mom's no longer with us. She's got dementia. She's physically here, but not really with us. Because he wanted my mom to help him with his campaign to run for governor, which was just kind of a spirit and a joy to kind of think about, knowing who she was as a person and how important helping Arnold and his cause was. Obviously the cause was different because, you know, running for governor of California is way different than raising money for inner cities. But the fact that Arnold was like, yeah, this woman like is passionate and aggressive and cares a lot, I think just meant a lot to me and my dad. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a fun little story for the day. Anyways, I've talked for too long. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on Friday for a brand new video on The Completionist. And yes, I said Friday because it's on a brand new game coming out on Friday that I'll have ready just for you. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Buy tickets to the live show. Come see my show. Come see my show. Come see my show. Caddy will be there. I will be there. It'll be fun. Please come.